flights. The FAA approved the inspection procedure for airlines. Execution by nitrogen gas.
That would prolong his death and increase his suffering.
Good morning. I'm Steve Kathan with the CBS World News Roundup. Heavy rain has caused flooding from Texas to Alabama. Some people have been rescued from their homes. Forecasters say there's more rain to come. Here's CBS's Janet Shamley.
Rescued from flooded neighborhoods in Congo, just north of Houston. After nearly 8 inches of rain over the last 3 days.
Pretty sad you have to be rescued from your home. So obviously, flooding, the house is flooded out.
As torrential rain moved into East Texas, rising water made many roads impassable. The storm pummeled the New Orleans area. Roads turning to streams, hazardous going for drivers, and police responding to dozens of accidents. And in Jackson, Mississippi, so much rain, cars had water reaching their headlights.
Boeing is pausing production of its 737 jetliners today in a safety stand-down. As CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports, the FAA is set to return grounded MAX 9 planes to the air.
Alaska Airlines expects the jets to return to scheduled passenger service as soon as Friday. This as Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun is meeting with lawmakers.
We have confidence in the safety of our airplanes, and that's what all of this is about. And we fully understand the gravity.
Even as some on Capitol Hill are not convinced.
I think Boeing is on the wrong flight path right now.
In a letter first obtained by CBS News, Senator Tammy Duckworth is demanding the FAA deny Boeing's request for a safety waiver on a future version of the 737 MAX.
There seems to be this trend at Boeing in particular to put profits over the safety of the flying public.
Wednesday, the FAA halted Boeing's plan to ramp up production of the 737 until quality control issues improve. Ed Pearson is a former Boeing senior manager turned 737 MAX whistleblower.
The issue all along is that employees in these production facilities with Boeing have been rushed to do the work.
Now the latest on the fight for the Republican presidential nomination. CBS's Caitlin Huey Burns is in the next battleground, South Carolina.
Bring it, Donald. Show me what you got. As pressure mounts for Nikki Haley to drop out of the race, the former South Carolina governor is taking the fight to her opponent.
He didn't talk about the American people once. He talked about revenge.
About an hour after Haley announced a surge in donations,
We have raised $1 million since I gave that speech last night.
Trump took to social media warning Haley donors, anybody that makes a contribution to her campaign from this moment forth will be permanently barred from the MAGA camp.
For President Biden, a key campaign endorsement from the United Auto Workers.
Look, I kept my commitment to be the most pro-union president ever. I'm proud you have my back. Let me just say I'm honored.
An Alabama inmate is set to be put to death today in a first-of-its-kind execution using nitrogen gas. Kenneth Eugene Smith was convicted in a 1988 murder-for-hire plot. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
Smith is slated to undergo his second attempt of a state execution after Alabama failed the first time by lethal injection in 2022. This time, the state will use nitrogen hypoxia, a gas delivered through a mask. In their arguments to the Supreme Court, Smith and his lawyers stated a second attempt at execution would be a violation of his constitutional rights and amount to cruel and unusual punishment. The High Court declined to intervene or give an explanation. Joel Zivit is a professor of anesthesiology and surgery at Emory University.
If a little bit of nitrogen gas gets out, because the mask fit is not perfect, then the time to death will be, of course, prolonged. And so may the suffering.
Experts say Alabama is considering this new alternative in part because of its failed track record of executions.
The government says this morning the economy grew at a 3.3% annual rate over the final 3 months of 2023. 4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 46 degrees in Petaluma, California.